couple of big episodes, because you kind of like.
We can't hear Chuck. Chuck is muted.
I muted over there. That's why I kept saying, let's talk about this after, and everyone was not listening. It's because I was muted. That'd be it. Yeah, we're live anyway.
Yes, we definitely could not hear you.
Oh my gosh. I see how it is. Bert, take it away. It's your show tonight.
Collective hearing. That's my show now. Well, heck, yeah. Well, we're back for some Lankhmar. This will be session 2. Let's just go off and let's have a recap of the characters. Tell us who they are, who's playing them. Anything you want to plug would be fine. And let's give the viewers out there just a quick description of what your characters look like, too, because I don't actually think I got that the last time. So, who's your Lankhmar character, Chuck?
Oh my gosh. I am playing Courage the Fighter. I have to remember if I had a profession. Do you do professions in Lankhmar? I was a farmer. That's what it was, because I have a chicken and I have a pitchfork. I'm just a big, muscly farm hand with a shaved head and a very angry pitchfork. I'm gonna stab things.
All right, fair enough. Jake, who you playing?
Well, I will be playing a fellow by the name of Kenneth Lee, nickname Ugly, due to his very low personality trait. He's also got low agility, low stamina, low intelligence. He has average strength, so naturally he makes a fantastic warrior. Or at the very least, he makes a warrior.
Yes. He is an warrior.
Indeed.
That's it.
He's not all that lucky.
You can fog a mirror, you can be a warrior. That's the recruiting poster right there.
Exactly.
Dan, who you playing?
Playing Steve, who was a trapper, became a rogue, is basically just the anti-Dan, has maxed luck. So far, it's worked out.
So between your rolling and his luck skills, you're an average adventurer.
Average player, yeah. And
average Steve.
He's just average Steve.
Okay, that works.
Average looking, everything else.
Steve average. All right. Joe, who you playing?
I am playing Yarlin, the wizard, who's got good intelligence and pretty much nothing else. So, but
he's the smart ass of the party.
Yeah, who died, but not.
there were a lot of near deaths in our first opening session. Eddie.
Yes.
I'm Eddie. I am playing Raul Pubins. Imagine a thief slash assassin, but sort of dressed like Pee Wee Herman. I mean, that's him. Got a gray padded set of armor that's basically just sort of a jacket and pants combo with a white shirt and a neckerchief that's kind of, I don't know, tied in like a little bit of a bow, and it's red. You'll get it when you hear the voice. But don't turn your back on him, because he can turn into a bush at will, and he will stab you in the back.
That he will. And bringing up the rear of the party, Mr. Jeremy, who you playing?
I'm playing Montgomery Moorcock. He's the muffin man. He used to be a baker, but he borrowed some money from the wrong people. A little bit of violence ensued. He got kicked out of his country, made into a gladiator. Now he joined the greatest hunt. He's a big, rotund man with lots of muscles and lots of flab. But he moves well.
God, I hope he narrates everything he does.
That would be awesome.
Should Montgomery speak in the third person? Montgomery can do that.
So in our session 0 or session 1 was the meet. That's where all of your characters kind of got together and formed a loose alliance, perhaps a budding concern together. And you were all basically on Manhunt Island, where you were the prey, but you managed to get away. We kind of retconned the end of it. I don't remember if it was on stream or not, but you did go back and hazard looking for all your gear. So you guys got all your starting gear back as well. So Joe, you got your spell book. Now, I may have made a mistake at the end of last session. So remind me, did I tell everybody to reset their luck before this session or not?
You don't think so. Did you? Okay.
Well, the question being, has everyone reset their luck back to starting, or do you still have minus luck on your character sheets?
Mine is, I'm down 1.
Mine is
So-
all reset.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do then. That was incorrect of me to say.
I mean,
At
I
the
could take it
beginning-
back.
No. So it's my mistake. So what we're going to do is everybody go ahead and reset your luck back to what it should be for starting luck. Okay. The way that you get back luck in Lankhmar is the beginning of each new adventure arc. So not each session, but the beginning of the arc. You roll on a carousing table. The carousing table tells you what happens to you during the downtime, but it also tells you how much luck you get back. So what we're going to do for this is the luck that you're going to roll on this table is fleeting luck. So you'll have all your luck back, and then you're going to get a certain amount of fleeting luck. Now you can choose not to roll on the table. Or if you wish to roll on the table, you can choose to roll the size of die you want from a D3 up the chain. You can just choose what size of die up to a D20. Okay. So let's start with Chuck. Do you want to roll on the carousing table?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What size of die from D3 up the chain to a D20 do you want to roll?
Someone has to make the big mistake up front, so I'm rolling a D20.
I'm going to roll a D20. Go ahead. Roll that die. For the players in the directory, the carousing table should be in there for you to see. You cannot roll on it since you have to choose the die size. So a 6. Chuck, roll me 1d7. That's how much fleeting luck you're going to start the game with, or how much you should have recovered if we were doing it right.
2.
All right, so 2 points of fleeting luck.
Okay.
And the 6th result is you spent a drunken night in the arms of your enemy's lover. See, they are deeply enamored of you, and if spurned, betrays you out of spite. So you've picked up a side lover of some sort.
Okay.
We'll let you figure that out as we go into it.
Okay.
Jeremy, do you wish to roll on the carousing chart?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm
All
going
right.
to roll a D20.
Okay.
Where do I'll just have to type it in, I think.
Oh, shoot. I didn't add in all the modules again. Chuck, remind me after this which ones
Sure.
I should slap on there.
Yeah.
So a 13. Roll me 2d6. That's how much fleeting luck you're going to start the game with.
Okay.
8 points of fleeting luck.
That feels good.
However, the black magician wasn't too pleased with your jape. Roll a d4.
Oh, boy.
3. Okay, this is going to be interesting. You cannot harm another living being until you've rolled again on this carousing table, which would mean after this adventure.
Oh,
What?
wow.
You've been cursed by a black magician, so you cannot harm another living being.
Wow. Well, you might as well call it a
I
night.
really hope we run into some zombies or something.
Right?
This is going to
So-
be fantastic.
So you figure out how to get through the letter of the black magician's law. I can think of some ways myself. I'm sure, Jeremy, you can think of some ways as well.
Montgomery didn't know he had a nut allergy.
And I really want to know what joke you played on this black magician that got him so pissed off at you. So who knows? All right. Let's go with Eddie. Carouse or no carouse?
I'll carouse.
All right. What size die do you want to roll?
You know, I'm going to split the difference and go D10.
D10. Okay. Roll that die. A 2.
2.
Okay. So a 2. Just roll a D4. That's how many temporary or fleeting luck you get.
2 fleeting luck.
2
Okay.
fleeting luck. And a 2. You begin this adventure with a legendary hangover. You're -1d to all actions until you have more to drink. You're also broke.
Oh, great.
Oh, my.
Are any of these outcomes positive?
No. No, actually, there's some that are just neutral, that it's nothing bad, but there's nothing good in them.
Where's all my money?
All right. So let's see. Who haven't we done? Jake. Jake, do you wish to roll on the carousing chart? You can say no.
You know what? Hell yeah. Let's do it.
All right. What size
I'm
die?
going D20. Let's make a bad
D20.
decision.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
baby.
Oh,
One of us.
All right.
had to
Well,
do it.
roll another d20.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh no.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, so
thank
6
God.
points. 6 points of fleeting luck.
Oh.
And now I make a secret d20 roll, but you've drawn the attention of the gods. But for weal or woe, who knows for sure?
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Give us a big old Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so I make a
Wow.
secret roll. And so you don't know what the result is, but I ask you high or low. If you call it right, you cannot fail a saving throw or luck check during the adventure. If you call it wrong, you fail every saving throw and luck check this adventure.
Oh my god.
Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Oh, that's
So let me
awesome.
roll a die here. Give me a second.
Good thing you got all that fleeting luck.
Well, you won't know. You won't know until you know.
All right. So high or low?
Low.
Okay. All right. So Dan, do you wish to roll on the carousing chart?
I know better.
Do it. Do it. These are all awesome.
I don't think I will. Not this time.
Um.
Oh, come on,
Lovers,
Dan.
Enemies. Black
Actually,
magicians.
if you choose to roll just a D3, nothing terrible really happens to you,
All right.
and you're guaranteed to get at least one fleeting luck that way.
Look at Bert scumbaging you like that.
Yeah.
Just getting you to do it.
Oh, there's still interesting things that'll happen to you, just nothing terrible.
I
All
did
right,
what I
Steve, got
did.
one. All right, so roll a D3. That's how many fleeting luck you're going to get from this. 2 points. And you rolled miraculously boring. You begin the adventure unscathed.
Well, that's perfect.
Average Steve is average.
Exactly. Average Steve is average. So let's go on to Joe. Joe, are you carousing prior to your adventure?
Sure, why not? Let's do a
All right.
D20.
D20, going big. All right.
12.
Okay, so roll me 3D4. That's how much
Okay.
fleeting luck you'll start with.
All right. 7.
7. Okay, so start with 7. Now roll me a D5.
Okay.
This one's interesting from a plot point. A 4. So a long forgotten face shows up in the town last night while you were carousing, and a 4 is a sibling who'll be slain unless you pay 1D 500 gold to the Thieves Guild by tonight.
Oh, no.
So,
God.
Let's play with this a little bit here. So who's the sibling, and do you really care if they're executed?
I'll say, yeah, I do care. I'll
Okay.
say it's my younger brother. He's
Your
gotten
younger
into some
brother.
trouble.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah.
So let's see. Roll a 1D 500, since that's easy to do in the virtual tabletop.
Yeah. 149.
Okay, so that's how much gold is owed before midnight. And so we'll start the adventure that morning is what we'll do.
My goodness.
Is that our
Okay.
adventure paying off?
No. Has everyone had a chance to roll now? I think I've gotten everybody.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so who woke up with the legendary hangover?
That would be me.
Okay, so you also start with the plot hook for the game with the legendary hangover. You also find yourself in possession of a deed to a bit of property. And this is exciting because one of the things you have found about living in Lankhmar is it's really costly to pay by the night to stay somewhere. So all of you have been scrounging as best possible to make enough money to live on in Lankhmar. But Eddie, your character now in his possession, somehow, some way, you've gotten a deed, a contract to a dwelling. It's actually, looking at the particulars of the contract, it's actually in a fairly decent neighborhood.
We should build a tree house.
So just to get things moving, we'll start the party basically standing in front of this 3-story stone building. It is in the cul-de-sac between the rich men's quarter and the crafts quarter. Again, so it's in actually a decent part of town. The other dwellings around you are owned by merchants and well-to-do craftsmen. Although this building is at the end of a street in a cul-de-sac. And as you guys you're looking at your contract, Rawl, is that your character's name again?
Yep, roll.
Rawl. Okay. So, and you're looking at your contract, you're looking up the building. It's a three-story narrow stone building. It's been abandoned. There's wooden boards over shuttered windows. The rusty chain and lock that securely holds the front door closed is weathered with age. There are dead ornamental bushes flanking the short steps that lead up to the entrance, which has got a nice overhang to keep the weather off of you. The lawn is strewn with broken tiles that's fallen off the building's steep roof, and there's a single narrow alleyway that leads to the rear of the garden area of the home. There's a small garden plot towards the back. Strangely, the top floor, the third floor, lacks any kind of windows. It just presents a solid stone facade to the courtyard below. So we're starting there. If anybody wanted to make purchases of just general items, don't even worry about taking it out of your gold, especially since some of you are starting poor at the beginning of this adventure. But if you wanted to pick up any common items, you would have been able to before this point. Okay?
Okay. We did have some stuff to sell too, I think, but
Yeah. That's fine. We can deal with that later if you want.
All right.
No need for money at this point. So it's
Perfect.
early morning. Jarlin, I don't know if you shared your brother's predicament with the rest of the party or not. I think that Rawl excitedly rounded everybody up early this morning to say, "Hey, we've got a clubhouse."
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
I would probably wait for the initial excitement to die down of us getting a new place.
Oh, there's no
But-
dying down of the excitement, Joe. There's no dying down.
That's the initial.
I've already gone running and screaming down the street to head to wherever my new house is.
Yeah. So yeah, I would break that news to everybody, because that's going to be what I'm preoccupied with. Is I've got 149 gold to scrounge up somehow. I don't know how we rolled for starting gold. I don't know how we did that.
Yeah, the starting gold. It's
5d12
dependent on your
copper
class.
From
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. It depends on your class. So like if you chose
Okay.
a fighter, I think it was, well, let's deal with it later. Let's just say that you definitely don't have it on you at this point. So you've got to scrounge for it.
Yeah.
The gold that you had have been spent up on just living to this point,
Okay.
having
That's
to
fine.
pay for like an in room each night since you've been
Sure.
here, that sort of thing. Okay. So yeah, so if you want to unburden yourself on the party as Rawl is running around doing cartwheels on the lawn.
Yeah. I would ask that. Yeah. I guess what would I know what the best way to make money fast in the city would be?
Theft or murder seems to be the thing to do in Lankhmar.
Okay.
I'm a gambler. I've got a set of dice. Maybe I could sell my scimitar, get some starting funds, and win a person's life. Who knows?
Now, it does look like the house it's certainly not been stripped of its valuables because as you look at the outside, the ornamentation's still intact. There might still be stuff in that house.
Okay. Oh, I do have the mending spell. I would like to, just do some patchwork to the house as I'm walking around, seeing if there's
nice.
anything of value.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
on that for that spell. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Ooh, there you go.
So what result does that give you?
Here, let me pull that up. I've got a PDF.
good as you can get, pretty much, without adding luck to it.
We now live in the Taj Mahal.
Mending. So I got a 23. Caster permanently repairs one normal or complex object with moving parts and multiple elements. He could repair a crossbow or a lock. Size of the object can be up to the caster's weight or volume.
So not anything large. So maybe the first thing that you fix up to make sure the place is sound is just some of the structural stone that's falling apart on the outside.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mended back up.
Yeah.
And it's actually very nice. It's imported stone. This at one time was a very expensive dwelling. Now that he's cast mending on the worst part of some of the stonework that's fallen and broken, you notice that it's of a pink granite that's not local to this region. This was imported stone.
Wow.
Wow, we're totally undeserving of this house.
So, like, is this one of them situations where we're all going to move into this place and some jerk's going to show up and say, you took my house and we're going to have done repairs to it? And I don't know the squatting rights here.
Alternative solution to my brother's predicament. Could I investigate that a little bit and figure out how sure are they of who my brother is? And how hard would it be to find someone who's my brother? To
They have your brother in captivity. They have let you speak to him. You're certain that it is your brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't get a double.
Okay.
Surprisingly, and which might give you a little pause in how you make the money, the reason they're going to execute him is that he has been practicing the fine, time-honored tradition of thievery in a town without a license. And for this indiscretion, they are going to execute him.
That was his first mistake. He should have stolen a license first.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows if you're going to be a thief.
You shank a thief and you take his license.
Right. It's
I
like
think
the
that's the only way
Highlander,
you can
just
get one.
licenses.
I mean, that's how they know you're serious, really.
Well, if we got to
Yeah.
get this cheddar by tonight and Rawl somehow came up with a house, let's just go steal all the copper out of it.
Steal the plumbing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's at least go into the house and see what we can find inside. If there's anything of any worth inside, which it looks like there may be, we might be able to easily come up with enough money to do this.
That's true. If it's nice enough to have fancy stone or whatever it is you're talking about, then maybe
Yeah,
it's
couple
nice
pieces of
enough to
furniture.
have. Yeah.
We'll
something.
find out who used to own it and then
Maybe
sell
they
them
have
back their
fancy
valuables.
clocks we can sell.
I mean, I'm going to redecorate anyway, so
Oh, absolutely.
there's going to be a
Terrible. We need something
slide.
else.
There's going to be a genie box, all kinds of stuff. Talking sofa.
The deed that you're holding does have a little bit of provenance on it. If you want to make me an intelligence check there, Eddie.
Sure, that is a trait that I own.
Yeah. Okay, 10.
Perfectly average.
Right. You glossed over most of it. A lot of it is legalese that you don't particularly understand, but the gist of it is that it is the deed is free and clear. It belonged to someone. It's passed through hands a couple of times. The city ended up owning it, and is deeded directly over to you by the city.
Oh,
Why would the city give it to me? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
why indeed?
Huh. And why do I have this splitting migraine?
Yes.
I wish I
Exactly
could
right.
remember something.
And why are you like poor with like no money to your name too? So,
Right. It's probably because Francis took it.
Who's Francis?
He's the worst.
Anyway, if we're going to break into this house and
I mean, do we have to break in? Can we just open it?
the front
The
the
door
front
is
door
locked.
does have a rusty chain and lock on it. That's the front door. The
And it
windows
does.
are all boarded up from the inside.
So we didn't have a key for it?
He just has the contract.
What lazy realtors they have here.
Are there any like rocks by
Are
the
we
doors?
sure this is
Like-
the right house?
Like decorative rocks by the doors? We can just turn over some rocks and maybe somebody left a key there.
All right, you want
Yeah.
to look around for a key in the front? All right, so you do so.
Sure, the tops of the sprinklers.
A lot of the shingles from the roof, you just kick over, check around. You spend a little bit of time doing this, but no key shows up.
I do have lockpicks and I am essentially a thief. So
Well, that's
can I
not
just try and
really
pick it?
thieving without a license.
Certainly can try that.
Okay. I don't know that my
no
character
one's
sheet ever
walked
got.
around the house either. So I mean, there is the back if someone wants to look.
Well, while you were messing with the
Yeah.
lock, I can go look around the back.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll go around back as well.
I don't know. My character sheet, I don't think ever got updated to being a rogue or thief character sheet.
Really?
So I don't know if I have any of my abilities here. So I'm not sure how I would roll for it.
Pick lock would be just a +1. So like a D20 +1 like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to change
okay.
you over right now because some of
Right.
that information might get lost if we do it. So I'll let you copy that down after the game, and then I'll switch the sheet over for you.
Too bad I just
Sounds
wasted
good.
probably one of my best rolls of the game right there.
Chuck,
Is it, so it's just a +1 roll?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter what your agility is or anything.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know.
So checking out the back, again, more boarded up windows on the first and second floor. Still no windows on the third floor back up here. The rear door, however, looks like, it has the chain and it has a rusty padlock, but they're both laying on the ground, shattered. So it looks like someone has broken in at some point.
Dang it.
Is
Someone
the
outbeat us.
door's
Shut.
closed? Yeah.
Still closed.
I will gently turn the knob and push it open.
Okay. It opens with a creak. There's a bit of dust that comes out, and it opens just fine. Meanwhile, how did that roll go, Eddie? A 12?
Out of 12.
Okay, the lock is just too rusty. You're pretty sure it's a simple enough lock. You've dealt with these things countless times before, but the mechanism is just rusted.
I've also got a terrible headache, so I'm not very focused.
Could I cast mending on it to let him redo
Yes, absolutely.
that? Okay.
Go ahead and roll it again in case you get the.
I lost it for the day.
That's exactly why I want you to roll it.
No.
But so that doesn't work.
Yep.
So you're not able to break this lock. However, Kurg, if you want to say something.
Hey, everyone come back here. The back door is open.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll run back there and
Lovely.
go through the back door.
All right.
If anybody's a backdoor man, it's Montgomery Moorcock. Let's do this.
Wait, it's all
Now,
in the name.
I have no idea how to do like fog and forge. So if everybody will move over to the dwelling map, and just
Pretend we don't see anything.
pretend you don't see anything that's clearly marked as hidden.
I
So-
actually don't see anything.
I don't either.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
don't see it?
Yeah, if you
Okay,
wanna-
so-
it's just black.
Doesn't look
Yeah.
like we got tokens on the map.
Right. Give me a second.
I don't even have to pretend.
There you go.
Do not own any token with vision on the scene.
All right. Are people starting to see stuff now? I'm dropping tokens on the board.
Does my token have vision?
All of you have it there. And let me make sure you've got token vision to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys can see now or not?
No.
Nope.
Okay. I'm just going to disable token vision, which should mean that you should see the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. See if that makes a
I
change.
see the things. All
Okay,
the
you see the
things.
things. All right. So you guys are coming in where it says back door, first floor.
Mhm.
Okay. And all of you guys also see that the chain and lock have definitely been smashed. So someone broke in here at some point, although the door itself is still in fine condition. Everybody steps into the landing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as soon as the last person steps through, who's going to be the last person? I imagine that Raw will be the first one rushing through.
Oh, yeah.
Can I do detect magic before I walk through?
Certainly can. Go ahead and make me
Alright.
the roll.
Let's do that. Spells. That means I lost it.
Oh, no.
Yes. Absolutely nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all, Jarlin.
I'll probably be following in right after Raw because I'm fairly certain he's gonna fall through the
So
floor.
I didn't lose it.
trip up
It
the
just
stairs.
failed.
Okay. All right. So just failed, but not lost. Okay.
Yeah. Just kind of
So then-
sneaking in on tiptoes, like.
I mean, it looks fine. Everything is covered with dust, but jackpot in that it's still fully furnished. It doesn't look like anyone stripped the place of valuables. There are bookshelves that have gilded volumes on it. I mean, books alone are worth some serious coin to the right dealers. The furniture in here looks very nice. You can probably get a fair amount of coin from the furniture. But then again, as the last person comes in, the door behind you kind of creaks closed, and there's a dry chuckling that you hear just resonating in the air. Fools, small-minded thieves intent on plunder, deserve bodies to match. Try and carry off my treasure now, mice. And as that last word reverberates, mice, 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 there's a kind of a blood red shadow, kind of a blackish red shadow starts to coalesce and just creeps along the walls, across the door, across the ceiling. And then everything just seems to magnify, just shoots into the air. The bookshop, the bookshelves, the furniture, the floorboards, everything just becomes incredibly tall, shooting up 100 feet into the air around you.
Was it too late to just sell the house and change loans? We do have a deed. Let's
Each
do
of
it.
you find yourself in the middle of a puddle of pinkish gray brown ooze. It's you're just like in a puddle of a very odd mix of organic and non-organic bits of like ooze and stuff.
Did our clothes and gear shrink with us, or are we all standing there bare?
No, everything's on you. Yeah, everything.
Okay.
You know, all your clothing, weapons, everything.
Did we shrink?
So, in this,
Yeah, did you
Yeah,
strength or did everything become giant-sized?
Well,
I'm very sorry. I may have made another bad batch of cupcakes this morning.
do we see like? So it's like biological ooze around us. Is there any like metallic substances? Is this like?
Yes. Yeah. It's actually you can make me an intelligence roll if you'd like.
Okay. I just click intelligence for that.
Yeah. 5. Yeah. No further. It's just a mix of organic and inorganic, just stuff. Just this foam that you're standing in the middle of.
Okay.
Well, at least there's treasure in here. I was gonna check out. I was gonna check out the book, see if there was anything in there, but now kind of hard to reach.
well, I mean,
All right. So you guys are just like right inside. Let me move your character so I can see this a little bit better. So you guys are just kind of right inside the doorway here, just right inside the landing. And of course, where it's marked off 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, just tell me where you're going to head around and look. So everything looks to be just enormous, gigantic around you.
Well, I can't tell if it's worth.
Think of how big the treasure will be now.
well.
Can I see that deed?
Sure. I'll hand it to him.
What does this deed like actually say on it?
What's your background? What was your job before you were an adventurer?
My background was a wizard's apprentice. I rolled a 97 on that.
Okay,
So
I'll
that
tell you
worked
what.
out. And that was from the
So-
Eastern Lands.
Yeah, and especially in the Eastern lands, you probably have had to look at legal documents many times. So roll a d20. Okay. So looking through it, looking at the provenance of the place, it looks like it belonged to a Lord Sudar, Suttar. Since all of you are new to Lankhmar, that name just doesn't trigger anything. Actually, no, I take it back. Weren't some of you natives to Lankhmar?
I am.
A few people were.
Yeah.
All right. Make me luck checks, both of you guys that are native to Lankhmar.
Alrighty. Suppose I should adjust my luck to account for my fleeting luck as well.
I
There we
did
go.
not do that. With my fleeting luck, that is a match for me.
Okay, so both of you made it?
Or actually, hold on. Did I make it?
Yes, you did.
Oh, hell
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So both of you
Good call.
know the name. The Suter family line. It was nobles lived almost a century ago. What stands out and why you know them? They were a very rare of noble families that share a bloodline with the rats that live beneath Lankhmar. The rats that are beneath Lankhmar are very much like Skaven. All right, so they're intelligent. Right. They were known to be sorcerers of not small power. He died suddenly and unexpectedly with no heirs. And so this house has basically been returned for non-payment of taxation to the city. No one has bought it. Looking at the deed and how long it sat in registry, no one has made an offer on this house in the last 10 years.
Well, I have no money, so I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that maybe I made an offer.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know about all of you,
This.
but either the house got real big or we got real tiny. If the house got real big, that's fantastic news, because that means like
Lots
we
of
find
money, yeah.
like spare change in the couch and we're going to be rich. But if it's
Means
the
I'm
other
going
way,
on a
Probably
limb
dead.
and assume it was probably much easier to make us smaller than make the whole house bigger.
that's a very unoptimistic kind of attitude, but I mean, you might be right. So Wizard Man, how do we get untiny?
I guess we would have to determine what made us tiny, and that would help.
Oh, we walked in the house. Let's just go back out and we'll be good to go.
All right. Well, you turn, you put your hand on the doorknob and try to open it. And again, this crimson, almost black coating that's just covering the wall, ceiling, and door now, and the windows. You go to try and open the door, and you can't. It's like the doorknob's there, but it will not turn.
Can
the
I
door
even
will
reach
not
the
rattle.
doorknob?
I mean, well, you're touching it, but it's coated with this substance.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, yeah, you
How
reach
small
up,
are we?
you reach up and kind of grab it and try to turn it, right? And it's not moving. It's not moving at all. So yeah, that is a question. So how big are you actually? So convert your height in feet to inches, determine your new size. So a 6 foot tall warrior is now 6 inches tall.
I'm a half foot. I'm a half foot. Okay. Well, I guess we should wander around. Can't go out the door. Raul, this is
Time to
100% your
explore.
fault.
I run off and start exploring. Got my sword out.
This is. I will follow
Maybe if we
Raul.
make our way up, we could find ourselves a window or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe the weird purple red stuff doesn't go all the way up. I'll follow Raul. At least that way he can set off any more magical traps before they hit me.
All right. Which direction do you move to, Raul?
I'm gonna head towards
The 1-2 area.
1-2 area
okay.
because it looks like there's kind of like a table in front of a window
Yeah.
there. So I want to kind of try and climb up on it or a bench
So
or something.
there are rows of bookcases lining the walls of this chamber, most bare and forlorn, but there are a few that have papers and rolled parchments on. There's a grimy sofa there that's leaking straw from its bedraggled cushions. It's right beneath the shuttered windows. There is a hearth here set into the east wall. A rug covers the floor. It's thick with dust, making it impossible to tell the original color of it. There's trails of footprints that crisscross the rug.
Kind of footprints.
You got a background that would allow you to know what footprints look like?
I might, maybe. I'm a trapper.
Okay,
There we go.
roll a d20. Anyone can roll, but if you don't have a background that fits, you're rolling a d10 instead of a d20.
I don't think farmer would be a good trap.
Farmer's fine, actually.
Farmer's
Farmer is fine. You can have a
Farm
d20.
lore. Here we go.
Farm lore.
Yes.
Did you say we add intelligence to this?
Yes.
Oh, it'd be an 8. But
I got a 19.
way better.
Wow. Farmlore for the win.
Farmlore.
Farmlore wins again.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a 10. Farmlore tells you that some of the fresher prints are from a mouse, but of course, at your size, it's a giant mouse, as well as a very fresh prints of a cat.
Oh, I don't like that. So we got big mice,
Battle
and
cat. What I'm hearing is I'm getting a battle cat.
well, you know how when we shrunk down real tiny like, and the voice was just like, mice. I hope the cat's not here because I don't want to have to feed you to the cat raw.
Are you saying that there's a wizard cat here?
That's not where I was going, but that sounds really right.
I hope the cat isn't the wizard here, because if we climb upstairs and the treasure is just like cat
Mice on
toys,
strings and
a
little
scratching post, I'm gonna be pissed.
Bert, hearing everybody talk about a giant cat, I'm gonna grab some of that loose straw from the
Sure.
from the sofa and just go on the bush and try and hide.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you roll your hide.
Let's see, hide is that based on agility or is that based on something else?
I think it's just a +1 to the roll. Again, I don't think you get anything. Yeah, I don't think you get anything special for just that you get to do it.
What's
Hide in shadows is a +3.
What's the lighting
Plus
like
three.
in this house?
It would be completely dark if it were not for the crimson black kind of coating on the ceilings and walls, which kind of give it a dull red, almost like a safety light background going on. That's
Okay.
the light that you have.
So kind of dim and shadowy, but with like a red tint.
all the windows are boarded over with just little beams of light showing through.
Gotcha.
We're
Okay.
in a
So I'm gonna
twisted
do that.
70s horror film.
Mm.
When there's a
Rolled a 9.
Well, you always think you do your thief things well. So you're sitting there with a bunch of straw in front of your face.
I'm a sofa.
I'm planning to just kind of stick to the walls. So maybe I don't know if we can like slip behind, like the bookshelves and things. If that small.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. Like I'm literally standing right next to you, moving, but holding straw in front of me. And
I
giggling.
want to prepare. I'm not going to use it yet, but I want to plan on casting cantrip if we run into that cat.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Again, the only other thing in this room, if you want to try and open the windows again, it still seems to have everything, every surface, like the walls, floor, ceiling, seem to be coated with this crimson black substance. Now, the items in the room aren't. So, like the bookshelves, the stairs going up, the couch, none of that's covered.
Okay.
You said this is was that a fireplace there right next to the two?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I want to go look in the fireplace, see if I can see light coming out of the top of it.
Okay. You go to the fireplace and it's covered with just very old soot, creosote, and you look up and it looks like it's opened, except that you see that, again, that red black stuff just crowning the top of the fireplace.
Fireplace is blocked off too.
So we're trapped in here.
Well, I mean, someone said going up. I'm not a fan of that, but
Well, I mean, if it's a sorcerer's house, sorcerers keep their stuff in towers, right? So, I mean, I'm not wrong on that, am I, Jarland? Sorcerers' towers.
If I had a tower, I suppose that would be where I would keep my stuff.
Right. And that third floor didn't have any windows to climb up into, so I'm guessing it's up there.
crap, that's right. It was missing windows.
That sounds like science to me. Let's do it.
All right.
All right. So you guys are going to go over to the stairs.
Yeah.
All right. So each of these stairs is so much taller than you. This is a task to climb up these stairs. So let me have all of you guys make a con check.
Actually,
sorry. Go ahead.
Was there a kitchen on the ground floor?
Yes, there was.
Okay. Could I find like a vase or a cup or like a pot or something like that? that I could
You want to go into the kitchen and check it out yourself? Okay. So Jarlin's going to
not
wander off.
alone, but I want to like, poke in.
Who's
see
going
if
with
I can see any
Jarlin?
cups.
I'll join him.
I will
I'm
join
sure
him
he's-
as well.
I think we should all stick
I'm fine.
together.
Yeah. I'm going to look for cheese.
I'll at least stick with the magical person.
Mhm.
Okay.
He'll get
So-
me through this situation. I know it.
There's wooden tables, but everything's covered in dust and cobwebs. High shelves holding ceramic jugs and tin boxes way up there
Okay.
on the counter. So, like, none of you are taller than 6 inches. Keep that in mind. I don't believe
Yeah.
any of you were taller than 6 feet to begin with.
No.
There's also, excuse me, there's also a closed trap door set in the floor.
Ooh.
There's also a door here that you see. I don't think I can ping in this thing, can I?
No, you don't have that turned on.
Yeah. I got to figure this stuff out. So yeah, you see the door there that's in the kitchen anyway. And again, the
Okay.
window that's in here. So yeah, you do see some mugs and everything, but again, keep in mind you're 6 inches tall. So those things are enormous.
Brave. Yeah. Well, I was wanting to like use it to hide under something, like carry it with me.
Oh yeah. What's your strength?
7.
Okay. If you find something light, that might work very well. If you find like a glazed pot or maybe even a wooden cup.
That would be
light
perfect.
enough.
Like
Yeah.
just a normal wooden cup. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Sure. So you just got to get up onto that counter to root around up there.
Okay.
All right, so
is there like
should we-
a broom or
mice
anything that we
in
could
this?
knock over to?
Oh, I like it. I tell you what, make me a luck check. If you make it, just Eddie, or not Eddie, sorry, just Joe, since he asked. If you make it, then yes, there's a broom there.
Yeah, do I find a broom there?
Nice.
Well,
You
each
find a
look
broom,
for
Jarlin.
broom.
It's ratty, it's old. Most of the straw has gotten a little mold on it, but yeah, there's one there.
Okay. Yeah, I want to try and get it to like push it over so that it lands and would give me a path to go up to the
Sure. It
countertop.
lands on the counter just fine. Everything rustles a bit up there. Roll me a D6, Joe.
Okay.
Okay.
1.
Yeah, there you go. You have a bridge to climb up.
All right.
Since that was a smart thing to do, not going to make you roll anything. It just takes you a little bit of time to crawl up, and you're now on the counter. So
Awesome.
you see all kind. There's cupboards up here. Yes, there are some wooden cups. There are jars, ceramic things up here. There's a couple of small pantry items like closed containers that have interesting
Okay.
things in them. Unfortunately, what that one means is you are surprised as you get up and you start poking around, looking around. Something scuttles from one of the corners, and a giant, to you, spider comes
Oh,
out and is going to attack you, Joe.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What is your armor class?
10.
Okay, everything's basically scaled to your size, so you don't make any modifications to your character sheet. Just the creatures are scaled up to be larger. So it
Oh, okay.
misses. Luckily for you, it misses. So yeah, you turn around, you feel a little swish of air behind you, and you're staring up at this incredibly large house spider that's looking down on you.
I am not a fan of that.
All right, so this is initiative. All of you guys can see it now that it's hopped out.
Oh God.
Jarlin's up on the counter. Everyone else is down below. So let's have initiative rolls.
Oh god.
Is that just a D20?
It's a D20 plus your.
It's
Uh,
on
Your
your
initiative modifier.
Yeah, it should
which
be
I
on your
think-
sheet.
right underneath AC.
Yeah, there.
There should be a little button for it.
Oh, okay.
Gotta select
Right
my
under it.
token.
No token selected to roll initiative.
I feel silly.
Oh, okay. Is it in?
Should be able to click on your token and do it. Is it not allowing you to add?
Have you started the initiative yet? Because we're not in the
Oh, yeah.
initiative.
See,
chapter.
begin combat. Yeah, I've started it.
I
Is
have it
not allowing you?
selected. It keeps saying it.
There we
If-
go. I got Jake's in now.
Yeah, if everyone wants to right click on their
Oh, yeah, you
token
can add
and
your
click
character
the
if you
shield
want.
and swords.
Okay.
Oh my god.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh, I got. Does that mean I rolled? Oh, it didn't add my. Hang on.
Oh, well,
Dang it, Dan. You're supposed to be average.
Well, this is probably my only nat 20 for the whole night. Do I still get a point of fleeting luck for picking up a nat 20 on initiative?
Not on initiative, no.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so it looks like Daniel, you're up first. You're on the ground though, down below. Looks like a massive climb ahead of you there. What do you want to do?
Would I be able to just like arc a shot up onto it?
You can. Now, here's the thing. Your distances are modified according to your size. So what happens is for missile weapons, they're 1/10 the normal range. So you're small, you're short, medium, and long, 1/10 normal size, normal.
Okay. I've got 50, 100, and 150.
Easily able to do.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like probably 6 feet up from where you are.
Okay. So it'd be medium. That's probably not going to hit.
AC 10 for 3 points of damage. It's AC. Nope. It just misses. It just misses.
Well, I tried.
Jeremy, you're up next.
Well, I can't attack a living thing. So,
You
Maybe
probably
they're-
try, and then you feel this overwhelming sense of like, oh, I can't do it. Come across you.
Maybe you just caused something to happen to it.
all right.
Yeah.
But I have an idea. I still have my javelin, and there are cups all around.
Yes.
I want maybe I'll throw my javelin at a cup above the spider, and then it can fall onto it. Because I didn't attack it, I attacked the cup.
Hit an AC 10, and I'll say that you hit the cup and it falls, and then roll another attack roll to see if the cup hits the spider. We'll do it that way.
Okay.
Oh, look at that critical hit.
Wow.
All right. So so what I'm going to say with a critical, you don't need to roll that second D20. Okay.
That's
So it hits
crazy.
the cup falls, and we'll go ahead and roll the damage for it. I'll give you the same damage as your weapon.
Okay. Oh, so I think it has it already in there.
Yeah,
so,
it has it in there already. You got a 6
So
for
you
So you have
damage.
to click it.
Oh, then I need to click the D8 for the
Yeah.
extra. So 12.
12.
12
Wow,
points of
nice.
damage. Wow.
Suck it, wizard.
That cup smashes the poor house spider, as it was definitely much smaller than that cup.
Please
there's
tell me,
spider goo that just jets out all over the place. Just
Jarlin?
Poor
Is
Jarlin.
Jarlin? Yes! That's what I was
Oh,
looking
God.
for.
Don't forget to take a point of fleeting luck for that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we
that's a
all
crit.
do, don't we?
Do we all get it?
I think it's just the person who does it, but I tell you what, everybody take it. It's a cool encounter. Also, what we didn't do last game, and I'm going to hand it out now, is a little thing that's called, let me get to it here. Give me a second. For doing cool stuff. You get a chip that gets handed off to the next person that does a cool thing and you wish to award it to. And what this does is it gives you can turn it in at any time. Come on, where's my stuff? Open up.
Where's the cool stuff?
Pardon me for just a second. I don't know why
I'll
things
be
aren't
right back.
working.
I've got my ears in, so I'll be able to hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I really am not used to using Forge.
I like to imagine that I don't even know about Jeremy's like inability to hurt things. He was just completely showing off. Like,
Of course.
Watch this.
You're just insulted that he would do it in a manner that ended up getting you covered in guts.
It's called the it's
Really,
called the
was that
Banter-
necessary?
It's called the Banter Marker. You can catch it in at any time to gain 1d3 points of luck to immediately apply to a single roll made by your character.
Hmm.
You can also use it to subtract 1d3 points from a roll made by another character or NPC.
Ooh.
That's
If
handy.
you cash it in, it goes back to me. You can also hand it off interesting banter and pass it on.
I like it.
I don't
How
think
is
interesting
Fleeting Luck
banter will
recorded?
be
Is
me.
is it just added to your temporary luck?
No, it must immediately be used. So like if you're about to make a roll or you do make a roll, you cash it in after the fact and you immediately use it on the roll that you do. So you can't store it. You can't store it. It must be cashed in and used at the time.
Okay.
Put that on pause for a second. My internet's acting funky.
Oh no.
I just dropped down to 0 output.
With the Fleeting Luck, is that recorded as temporary?
Yes.
I usually just type it in my languages because it's
there's no place on these sheets to actually put it.
Now that I have languages, I've been putting it in notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the internet. I don't know why. There, we're back. Okay. Yeah, we're back. We're live again.
Okay, we're back. Okay. Very good. So you're covered in spider guts, but you appear to be safe now.
Okay. Yeah, I want to take like as many wooden cups as I can see that are easily accessible and just start kind of knocking them over the
Push
edge.
them over. Okay, the wooden ones are definitely the lighter of the cups, and you can kind of turtle in them. You can turn them over and drop beneath them.
Yeah.
So you push over a number of those. And again, there are several tins and boxes and jars up here that seem to be filled with different things.
Okay.
Is there any cheese?
And then are there any like bits of silverware or something that I can find? Because I know we're going to have to be climbing up these stairs.
Okay.
Eventually. I want to find things
that's a
like
good idea.
these to start.
So you start poking around and eventually you find this little niche, this little corner that's just covered in spider webbing. And inside that spider webbing, you find like the desiccated remains of a tiny little human dressed in rotting dark clothes, soft boots, and a belt pouch around the waist. The belt pouch has a heavy bag attached to it. And
All right.
you find this while you're looking for the cutlery, and you do find some simple, silver cutlery in there.
Okay.
Those weigh a bit more, but
that
you
over
guys
as
could-
well.
You guys could
Nice.
definitely carry those if you need. You push some of those over.
What's in the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably like use one of those pieces of cutlery as a swab to try and get the webs out of the way as I'm getting to them. And then
Sure,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, you do that. So you're able to free the little miniature skeleton, miniature as in it's your size.
yeah.
All right. The
What's he
pouch
got on?
holds. Okay, you ready to record?
Yes.
So they're miniature sized as well. So 23 iron ticks, 12 bronze agles. You can just put tick or iron, bronze, silver. So 4 silver smeardukes, a silver dagger,
Okay.
You're not native to Lankhmar, so never mind. Yeah, so yeah, the silver dagger is of interest, but your character wouldn't know exactly why.
Mhm.
Okay, there you go. And again, these are all
All right.
miniaturized to your size.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, so cutlery and cups rain down above and you below, and you.
I make no effort to catch them.
Yes,
Same.
that's
idea.
probably good.
I make an effort to hide under the broomstick.
All right, Jarlin, when you're done, you can climb down across the broom easily enough.
Okay.
Fine plan, darling.
Was there any cheese?
I did not see any.
Did you look for a junk drawer? Every
Yeah,
kitchen's got a
that would
junk
have
drawer.
everything.
Yeah, old sauce packets, thumbtacks, that sort of thing.
If you guys want
Battery.
to take some time here and just kind of rustle through everything, that's fine. So you spend a bit of time. So like the tins and boxes contain things like dried bean and tea leaves. There is a rummage drawer, but there's nothing really in it. Just some old bits and pieces of paper, just junk, nothing really usable to you.
Actual junk.
Yeah, actual
Mhm.
junk.
Well, I think we got enough cups. We could take these up to the stairs and make like middle tiers. Maybe make our climb a little easier.
Oh, the two of you that are native to Lankhmar, go
Yeah.
ahead and make me luck checks.
I succeed.
Okay.
I do not.
The silver dagger is actually a badge of office that members of the Thieves Guild carry to show their membership.
Oh,
That is fantastic.
we can license one of our thieves.
Is it
Small,
like
it's your
specific
size.
to the user, or are they engraved like per person, or is it just like a general? If you have this dagger,
It doesn't look like it's got any distinguishing marks on it at all. And I don't think anyone here is part of the Thieves Guild, so you wouldn't know beyond that. But yeah, it's just a
I need that
it would
for my
make
brother.
it would make a poor weapon because it's not silver coated, it is pure silver. So
Sure.
it's soft. So it would
Oh.
not make a great weapon.
We have
Yeah, that's
6
fine, though.
more of those.
The end. That's a wonderful idea. We'll just
So does that mean that the people we killed on the island were Thieves Guild as well?
It's a possibility.
oops.
It's one rule in Lankhmar. You don't kill a made man unless
We
you
killed
get
several of
permission.
them.
We're in trouble. Anyway, I'm going to start picking these cups up and rolling them towards the stairs so we can use them as...
Okay. If you have a strength of at least 11,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can portage. You can pick it up and move with it.
Okay.
If your strength's below that, it's a struggle.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Good.
I am not good.
Okay. You can drag your cups. All right. Where do you guys want to check out next?
Oh, we were going towards the stairs. Y'all want to head back there?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I
All right.
suppose.
Okay. Flip on over to the map. Then on the second floor, you guys are coming up in area 2-3.
Very full of ledges. That cat might push us off.
And so it continues to actually, no, wait, I'm wrong. Not 2-3. Yeah, right there where it says
Down.
down. That's where you're coming up. So it's area 2-2 or in between 2-2 and 2-4. So you're at a landing. There's a door to your left that's open and you can see into a bedroom there. And then a short corridor going into another room with a stair going up. You can see several doors down the hallway there.
If I you said it's an open door, can I peek my head in and see if I see anything that sticks out to me as magic-y or...
Cat.
You want to detect
that.
magic?
Yeah, let's do that. Doesn't work.
Okay. So yeah, no strong feelings around it. But if you look into the room, area 2-2, the door's wide open. It's there's a steady draft blowing from across the threshold. Inside the room, there's a plain bed covered with moth-eaten blankets, a narrow bedside table that rises like a mesa into the air since you're so tiny. There's a closed wardrobe, a fireplace with an empty hearth. The draft is blowing in from the chimney though. So there seems to be some airflow from there.
Go check that chimney out.
The other thing you notice, while not magical, is there's a dead pigeon corpse laying on the floor in there, freshly killed by something.
Like I said, something cat-like.
Does it look like it's been played with quite a lot?
Yes.
Like,
It's likely that pigeon died of a heart attack and not from its wounds.
Probably.
I'll get my pitchfork ready. And I'll try and sneak over to the chimney, kind of hugging the walls.
I
Okay.
guess. Yeah.
I'll stick with you to make sure
Is
anything
the
that pops
chimney
out
right
gets
over here
stabbed.
by
So-
the 2-2?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Captain
kinda stay
redeemed
back.
points. I didn't know
I'll
you
kinda-
could redeem points. Random joke or random fact. I got a random fact. Jake's name is actually Jacob.
Oh, no. Son of a
Oh
shit.
boy, what a fact!
Way to
Just
dox
outed
him.
him, Chuck.
What's
I mean,
that?
you just completely outed him, Chuck.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
did.
people
Doxed
will
him.
be able to find him on the net.
I'm gonna get you
they are.
canceled, you jerk.
Mhm.
I was thinking about coming and like kind of hiding behind this door a little bit so I can like pew pew and like keep an eye out maybe.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to peek around behind the door before I go hide behind the door first, of course.
Okay. So you're checking out the chimney,
Yeah.
Kurg, and so you look up and you can actually see sky, blue sky. You don't see that kind of crimson cap covering it at all. The inside of it, though, is like covered in pigeon poop, and like a fresh bit kind of splatters down on the floor while you're looking, and you hear the cuckoo.
Well, I can see skylight, or I can see sunlight up above, but there's pigeons up there, and what do
You can
pigeons
see
eat?
skylight above, but
Yeah, what do pigeons eat? Do they eat meat?
I mean, we're probably like tiny little French fries to them, so
Yeah.
If they eat anything that can peck.
That's true. The only other thing in this room is that closed wardrobe.
We should try and pry that open.
Was there a gap on the floor between the bottom of the door and the floor?
It's probably like a half-inch gap. So like anyone that's got a con of like less than 12 could probably squeeze under it.
Stamina would be con.
Or
wouldn't
stamina.
it?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not me.
I could squeeze under that.
Okay.
And which door is that we could get under?
Going to 2-4.
Going to 2-4. Okay. I'd be interested in the wardrobe first.
Okay.
Mm.
So the latch is it's several feet above your head.
Oh, is it
It's
locked?
one of these. Well, you don't know. You can't quite reach the latch to find out, but it is closed.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking more like if we could get to the bottom edge of the door on the wardrobe, and
There's
use, like, the cutlery
there's
to
almost
pry it.
no gap. It's like really well made.
Okay.
There's almost no gap at all,
Mm.
but on the bottom of the wardrobe or
Okay,
around
so-
the edges.
All right.
There was some moth-eaten bedding nearby, correct? What if we rip it up and we make ourselves like a crude rope of some sort? Maybe weight one end, toss it up, and try and yank down on the handle.
or you could just have my rope.
You have rope? That changes
Yes, rope.
everything.
Someone is prepared.
I take the rope, I wrap it around the tines of my pitchfork,
Okay.
and I try and
Yes.
toss my pitchfork up around the clasp like a
the-
javelin
Okay.
of the wardrobe.
Sure. Make me a
Yes.
missile attack roll.
Yeah.
It's AC 10.
Let's see. I don't have. Oh, I do. All right. It's rolling my javelin, but I'm throwing a pitchfork.
Sure.
21 to
Ooh,
hit.
crap.
Nice.
Yeah. Not a problem. So it not only does it hits and wraps really well, and you get it right on the action end of the lever. So you get it now you've just got to pull that lever down to be able to open up the wardrobe. And it looks like your weight alone isn't enough to trigger the latch.
Yeah, it's
Montgomery,
all
give
like-
me a hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
There's
double
nothing
team it.
cats like more than things dangling on strings.
Yeah, if the cat comes for us, just throw the string in front of it.
Yeah.
All right. So the latch opens. It wasn't locked. It swings open. And inside, there's a tall brass idol of a rat-headed naked man. There are tiny rubies that serve as its eyes.
How tiny is this thing? Is it like our sized?
Well, the rubies are tiny. It's about 20 feet to you guys, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
That,
It's,
I bet it's very valuable.
Yeah.
oh, that right there could get your brother out of trouble if we could figure out how to be big again.
All of you can make me an intelligence check. It's relatively low because the gods are very active in Lankhmar. All right, if you make an 8, or at least a DC 8, you know that the rat-headed man that's depicted here in the statue is the Rat Guard of Ilfmar.
Do I know anything extra with a nat 20?
with a nat 20. It's a petty god, meaning, okay, so the gods are very active in Lankhmar. People don't just pay lip service to them because some of them are very petty, and they manifest their ire in many ways, as Jeremy's character can tell you, because, well, actually, that was a wizard that did it. But right, so the rat god in this case is one of the petty gods that will often take offense at things that are done to its effigies. So that's what you get for your nat 20. And that is a fleeting luck for everybody, by the way.
Okay. Would I know any like respect to pay to it that it would like?
I mean, respecting the idols of the gods in general is always a good thing. Would you know specifics? Probably not, unless you happen to be a worshiper of the Rat God of Ilfmar. I'll leave that to you. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't worship that too much. I mean, we're gonna just pawn the damn thing. I mean,
I'm worried about doing that.
Or we're going to find a believer who values it to take it off our hands.
That'd be a more safe thing to do.
you say potato, I say potato. Anyway, make note of it.
Remember petty.
Mm-hmm.
Raul, were you climbing under that door?
Yeah, so my thought was that I would have somebody hold on to my ankles or something to pull me out from under it, if because I was just going to kind of peek under it.
Okay, peeking under there.
So
it's
yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run across the room like and like nose dive on my belly underneath it like it's a slip and slide.
While he's doing that, can we try and retrieve the rope in our?
Yes, he did really well on the roll, so I'm going to say you can just kind of pull it to the side at an angle, it'll pop off. So this room that you're in, Raul, it looks like a private dressing room. There's pegs for clothing driven into the walls. There's a 3-legged stool in the corner. There's a ceramic chamber pot under the stool. Half a dozen articles of clothing hanging on the pegs, of course, dangling 20 feet above you in scale.
Okay. I'm imagining what everybody else is seeing is like just the bottom half of my legs sticking out from under this door, and I'm just like kicking them with glee while I'm just kind of, I don't know, giggling and looking around.
Push him in all the way.
Right. So other than the clothing hanging on the pegs, you really don't see anything of interest in here. There's certainly no other way out.
Okay. I'll just say, it's just a closet, guys. Pull me out.
All right. That'll help him back out.
Okay.
My face is probably all covered in dust now, all down the front of me. So I'll just smack my chest really hard, making a little plume of dust everywhere.
Yeah, things are dusty. That's for sure. There's another splat of pigeon poop that comes down the chimney.
Yeah, I'm not climbing up that.
No.
Tell you what, we'll ransack the closet once we get tall again.
There we go. I'll find myself a smoking jacket.
Find myself change in the pocket.
So I can sit in a corner by the fireplace and blow bubbles.
All right. Where to?
Well, if we're done in 2-2, do we want to check out 2-1 or just try and go up the stairs?
If you go to the landing in front of the stairs, the area in 2-1, the door is open, so you can take a quick look in there.
Yeah, we should go in there. I'm going to sneak, though. I'm going to hide in shadows if possible while I move through the hallway.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a roll.
Yeah, probably make 2 of them then. Depending how you.
17.
Okay.
Sneak is a +1.
Didn't somebody say? Oh, okay. So then that would be a 15, not a 17.
I'll be about 15 or so of my quote unquote feet behind him.
Sneak silently is a +3. So
it's not. I've got the book open.
Right. I was looking at
it depends on alignment. I gave him the neutral wizard or the neutral thief.
So that should be for chaotic as well, which is what I am.
There's no alignment, right?
Yeah, there's no alignment in this.
But in
It's-
DCC, they've
yeah.
got the thieves skills broken out by
Right,
alignment. I
thieves
wasn't
skills by
sure, so I
alignment.
just gave the neutral one.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the one you gave me. Okay, yeah. So it's a +3
okay.
for sneak silently on the
Then I
table
need to
that
go
Chuck
double check
sent
what
me.
mine are. Because mine might be wrong then.
Anyway, that's 17.
Okay. So yeah, you sneak, you look into that room. It's another bedroom. It's got another wardrobe in it. Your sneak was successful. So not only are you unseen by what I'm about to tell you, but you happen to be downwind, as there are some rats that seem to be in armor with weapons standing on their hind legs while they have little leashes going out to regular looking rats, which of course are monstrous to you in size, that seem to be closing the wardrobe even as you're coming in.
Huh.
There are two of the kind of humanoid-esque rats, and they've got leashes going out to two of the regular-looking rats that are standing by, sniffing the air.
Interesting. I will kind of silently creep back out and relay all of this to the others.
Rat people with rats on a leash.
Yes.
I think not. Just not. I think not.
Bert, do they look too big to squeeze under the door?
Yes. Well,
What if
the
we just-
humanoidish rats do, but the rats they have on leashes could probably, as you know, that rats tend to be able to get into smaller places that
Squeeze
look
in
like they should be
okay.
able to.
I was going to say maybe we just all get behind the door and just run as hard as we can to shut the door and shut them in. But
Well, as you're saying that, as you're thinking that, you all hear a meow,
oh god,
and you hear padding
I tip the cup
feet
over
coming
and-
down from the stairs.
Oh,
And
God.
as
So I
you
go underneath
hear
one of the
that,
wooden cups.
this door, the open door into that room 2-1, starts to slowly close.
oh, he was behind the door, wasn't he? Am I still silently hiding?
I want to
Well, you went back to talk to everyone, so no.
silently hide again.
The,
wanna
the
get
cat
somebody-
meow is coming from up the stairs, and then when the meow was kind of echoing down, the door starts to close.
I want to get
Oh,
somebody
okay.
to help me like slide a knife or some sort of silverware across the ground and to wedge that door.
Oh, that's nice. I like
That's a
it.
great idea. In fact,
That
I
is
think
a
you
good
deserve
idea.
a chip for that idea.
Yeah. Okay. Pass the chip over, and Joe
Heck
now
yeah.
has the clever idea chip. That is a very clever idea. So I tell you what, we won't make you roll for that. You shove that piece of silverware in just before that door closes, and you can hear the chittering of those humanoid-esque rats as they're trying to shut the door or close the door, and they can't because that piece of silverware is shutting the door. It's initiative time, guys.
All right.
Oh boy.
Real quick, Bert, since there's
Hopefully I
no-
just
Oh,
ruined the
boy.
Hold on. Let me clear the combat tracker. And
since there's no alignment, how should we stat?
actually, I don't think I have to clear it, do I? You guys can just re-roll
We
it.
should
and it'll
just be able
add
to
it.
re-roll.
Okay, yeah. So go right ahead. And what was your question, Dan?
Since we don't have an alignment, how should we stat our thief skills?
It tells you in the Lankhmar book. I'll pull it up real quick.
Okay, because when I'm looking at it and what's included here, it's set up as lawful chaotic.
Yeah,
Neutral.
right. There is no module for Lankhmar yet in the Forged VTT.
Okay.
Give me just a second.
Not letting me roll.
You may have to end the combat so we can roll again, Bert.
All right.
I think if you just click the initiative again, unless you reroll, that's what it let me do.
Yeah,
Not
try
for
that
me.
while I look up here.
It changed me from a 13 to a 10.
Now, if I click the swords and shield, it doesn't do anything. If I click initiative, it says I don't have a token.
Okay, let
even
me
though I
just
do.
end the combat then. And there, you guys
Okay.
can put yourself back in and re-roll. So thieves,
Nope.
I don't see anything in the Lankhmar thing talking about alignment for thieves.
Hmm.
consider them neutral then. Because
Okay.
yeah, you're right. They should have clarified that, but I don't see anything in there.
Neutral's fine.
There's no
Yeah.
active combat encounter in your currently viewed scene.
That changes my stats a little bit.
Can you click the sword and shield icon if you right click on
That's
your,
what it's.
and it's
that's
still
what
not
it's
allowing you
saying.
to?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, try it now.
There we go. Nice. 16.
Now we're less good at hiding. Better at sneaking. Oh,
Dan, if you have a copy of that, do you want to drop that into the Discord, the table?
It's already there.
Chuck actually already did.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. I see it.
The core DCC book is in this in the tabletop. You should
There
be
we
able to
go.
go through the
There we go.
folders there and get it.
Oh, sorry. You're probably waiting on me to do initiative.
All right. So we're just doing it as
There we go. Okay.
neutral. Okay.
As neutral. Okay, so Eddie, your character's up first. Cat coming down the stairs. Ratman with rat on leashes in the room across from you, trying to close the door, not having a lot of luck. So when I say humanoid rats, I don't mean like they're the size of humans and happen to be rat-headed. Like they're larger than you, but not by a lot.
Cool. I'm going to sneak silently again, if I can, and try and kind of move away from the party in like a flanking position.
You can round the corner there and kind of put your back up against the stairwell if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm kind of just wanting to kind of get it just around the corner or around an edge somewhere where I can kind
Sure.
of get up against a surface in the shadows and sort of
Sounds
wait
great.
to jump in.
Go ahead and make that roll. Let's see how it works out.
7.
You always
I think I'm doing great.
Well, yes.
So I'm in the corner, hiding in the shadows, just going.
Joe, you're up next.
Okay. I want to wait out and try and like get out of line of sight. My goal is that if the cat's like coming down the stairs, I wanted to see that room first. So I just wanted to be around the corner.
Guess you want to go around the corner? Okay.
Yeah. And then is there any way to like hold action or like trigger?
There's really not. No.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
you can give up your spot. Like you can not take an action, but which means you can't move, and then choose to go on, simultaneously somewhere else lower than you. But if
Okay.
you move, that's your action.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I'll just move out of the way, so hopefully the cat would see that room. My plan is if he comes towards us, I want to use cantrip to make like a light to distract it and send it back over.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So you move out of the way. Next in line
Actually,
is
what's the range of cantrip?
so all of your ranges would be in inches instead of feet. So keep that in mind.
It says fairies.
It depends on the roll that you get on it. I think each roll
Yeah.
tells you.
I think I'm just gonna cast cantrip and see if I can get a beam of light to like move down the stairs and
Like
Oh,
laser pointer,
nice.
basically
The
on the
laser tag.
rats.
yeah.
Roll it. Oh, roll it, Joe. That's
It's fun.
Let's
Do good. Spend your fleeting luck if you need to.
Yeah, because I just got a bunch. So let's do 13. And I'm gonna dump 7 of my fleeting luck into that.
wow. Okay.
And that should give me the ability to do that because 20 plus caster creates a simple visual effect at a distance of up to 20 feet per caster level. For example, a flash of light, dancing lights,
Okay.
or a ray of moonlight.
So remember, though, everything in this is cut down because of scale, so it's 20 inches. So
20
that doesn't
inches.
move very far. So tell me what you're doing with it. You're playing the light from, tell me where you're directing it.
So I'm going to position myself with my movement in a way that 20 inches would be on the stairs and down the stairs into that
The room.
Yeah.
I love it, guys.
That's
I love
wonderful.
it. Okay. We'll get back to how that works in a moment, but it's exactly what you're doing. You're making a laser pointer. Steve, what's Steve doing?
Seeing as we've got like great ideas going on here, how open or shut is this door at the moment?
Well, normally it would just be like, a couple of inches from being shut because you've just got like a silver spoon or a fork in there, but that's enough for you to get through.
No, I was thinking about trying to get behind it so we could try and push it shut. But if it's, mostly open or mostly shut already,
it's mostly shut. The cat couldn't get through there currently, but you guys could.
Okay, well, maybe this is a dumb idea, but I guess I'll kind of move to the corner here. Well, not the corner, probably to the front of it, and see if I can try and.
You want to try and open it up a little bit more? Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll do a strength test against the rats that are trying to close it. All right, so go ahead and roll me your strength. Ooh, not good.
No, it's not.
No, there's more than one of them pulling on the door to get it closed. They don't seem to realize that it's stuck on something in the door jamb yet. But they're definitely, you're not able to open it any further than that. So that's your action.
All right. If I got a little movement left, I'll just kind of hide in the corner.
Okay, so you're gonna so you're gonna
Maybe
get
the
on.
cat will miss me.
Okay, so you're gonna take a little bit of cover. So that leaves Chuck. Kurg is up next. What are you doing?
If you
Oh
want,
my
I can
gosh.
roll
So-
my hide.
Yeah, if it comes to it, if there's a target available, I'll take that into account and I'll ask you to roll. But we'll see what happens. I think the laser pointer is going to confound things.
And the laser pointer's going off into room 2-1.
It seems like he's playing it on the stairs, probably moving it around a little bit to make it enticing, and then kind of moving it down to the.
My goal is to try and direct the cat into that room.
Yep. Unfortunately, now the door is mostly closed. You don't think that a cat could squeeze through there. So Kurg,
If it's enough that it gets its paw in,
yeah,
then it'll get through that door.
I've seen cats open shut doors.
I am going to try and hide around the corner of the base of the stairs on like right where the G is, where it says ceiling.
Sure.
And I'm going to just have my pitchfork ready, just kind of squat down there to.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to have you roll anything yet.
Yeah.
When it comes to target acquisition, we'll find out if you're
fair.
even a possibility. Jeremy, that leaves Mr. Montgomery up next.
What's everybody hiding for? That's nonsense. We've got this brilliant light show going on. Let's open the door for the cat.
You're going to march up to the door and try to open it more on your side?
Now, I can't attack a living thing, but I could hurl my body like all hell at that door.
Well, it's mostly you're trying to open it. They're on the other side trying to close it, but they can't close it. But you can certainly open it more. So again, let's just do a strength versus check. So
Okay.
you
As
roll
long
me a
as you don't
strength
hurt
check.
yourself.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You did what I could not do, Montgomery.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You
Crit
still
versus crit.
Yeah, you still beat them slightly, so I'll give it to you. But it takes everything you've got to pull against these two humanoid rats that have got a string on the doorknob, and they're trying to pull on you. It's like a tug of war, right? You're gaining ground. You've got that thing open another inch or two, so you're going to have to hold it though, because as soon as you let go, they're going to pull it back on their end. So you're standing there, muscle straining, pulling that door open a few inches more. It's definitely wide enough for a cat to get in now, though. Unfortunately, you got to keep holding it there.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us to the cat. The laser thing was just too fun. So the cat pounces on the light beam that's on the stair and tries to bat it. Of course, can't get a hold of it any. And you kind of play it over to the doorway, which is now opened. And you guys can see inside. There's these two humanoid rats with a rope trying to close the door from their side. You play it in there.
Absolutely dart that light in there.
Right. Now I am going to make a check here.
Okay.
All right. Cat bounds into the room following the laser beam, which you might even conveniently play on one of those rat men as it pounces into the room. Suddenly, Jeremy, you're thrown to the ground as they absolutely let go of the rope on their end. So you fly back as the door fully opens, and that cat just goes to town in that room. You hear them as a couple of crossbows go off, pelting the cat with arrows, and it just dives into those rats. They're all occupied now.
Shut the
What do you guys do? You guys want to shut the door?
Get the door shut. And then wedge the silverware.
You all push up against the bottom of the door and just shove it closed.
So we can remove our silverware from it and then put it back in to keep the door wedged shut.
Absolutely.
All right. You kick that piece of silverware back under, you wedge it shut, and you can hear that cat just terrorizing whatever's in there. It sounds like it's taking some damage too, as it continually makes this high screeching noise. But there's just an ungodly melee going on in there. You guys are in the hallway.
Glorious.
You've trapped the cat.
Yeah. It's great, especially because it's not our problem.
Yeah. I don't really care how that turns out. Either way, it's a win for us.
You know what? Give me the silver dagger real quick. I got an idea. I'm going to jam my scimitar on one side of the fork and then jab the silver dagger on the other side of the fork so that it can't be wobbled back and forth.
Okay. All right.
I would give you my normal dagger. This silver dagger, I definitely want to keep because my brother's currently being held by the Thieves Guild because he doesn't have one of these. So,
he just left it on his dresser. Here it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
That silly brother of yours, always forgetting the most important things.
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay, so that ruckus is just going on in there. What are you guys doing?
I think now is a good time to get up the stairs.
I agree.
Yeah.
Agreed. Right, so move over onto third floor. You guys are at the 3-1 landing. And let me get over there myself. Now, why did that window close? Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it's a narrow landing, lies at the top of the stairs. It's edge ringed by the balustrades, and there's posts as well. These things, again, are richly carved. This wood alone is worth some cash, guys. Like, it's hand carved, beautiful, just foreign woods. But the design in the balustrade is depicting a line of rats crouched in a single file, nose to tail. And in the wall here, there's a solid steel door set in a bronze frame.
Is there a gap below it?
There is not enough of a gap for you to slide under.
Dang it.
So there appears to be no way through up here?
Just knock on the door.
There's just this solid steel door up here.
And you said there was a pattern of mice along the wall?
Does it have like an opening, like grate on it anywhere?
Not at all. It's just a solid steel door. There is a lock and a handle on it. The gap at the very bottom is not even a 1/16 of an inch. It's tiny. If any of you were like a particularly small person to begin with, you might be able to get under there, but I don't think any of you are that small.
I've got a stamina of 8.
Yeah, still not small enough. Yeah, still not small enough. If you lost a few pounds more, maybe. And as far as the rat design, so if you can look on here, see that kind of thing that looks almost like a wall just to the right of the stairways. Mm-hmm. So that's the balustrade. In the top of it, the design is just rats in a line, nose to tail, just across the top of it. Very well carved.
Okay. Is there like a hole in the wall where they're like going towards, or
no.
Okay.
There's not.
But there's a doorknob and a lock way up there,
a lock,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
maybe if there's
I'm gonna go.
He'll open the door for his cat. I think we just got to make him think we're a cat, right?
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad thought.
Who can make convincing noises?
I can try.
Cantrip do noise? Or is it
I think it can actually. We'll see. Caster can create a simple auditory effect at a similar range. Whispered sentence, fake dog bark,
Yep.
Or
Absolutely. Yeah. If
Okay.
you want to cast it and get a very realistic rendition of that cat's yowls,
Yeah.
which you guys can clearly hear downstairs, by the way. It's still
Scary.
I don't know. I couldn't hear it over the sound of me crapping my pants when it
yeah,
happened.
there's that.
Oh man. 22. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the top range of cantrip. So
Okay. It is a very convincing sound of the cat's meow. Unfortunately,
I want it to be the sound of the cat meowing, like the sound that it makes like batting against a door.
okay.
Like, trying to let it.
Yeah, it's a perfect rendition. You guys are kind of shocked at it, expecting to see a cat in front of you there. Unfortunately, the steel door is not impressed and it does not open. Nice attempt.
That was a good shot. Yeah.
That was a good idea.
Is it
What if I run up to the door and just kick it really hard 3 times and knock?
You want to do that? Run up to it really quickly and kick it a few times?
Yeah, I'm gonna like run up to it, kick it 3 times as hard as I can, and then run away.
Okay. Roll me 3, 4.
Well, what did you want me to roll?
3d4.
3d4. All right.
Take 8 points of damage as you probably shatter your foot on this solid
Ow.
steel door.
Oh,
The door is
Ouch.
still unimpressed.
Yeah, the door is still very unimpressive.
I
Are
like
you
the
still
idea
up,
that
by the way,
every one of those hurt you, but you just
yeah,
kept doing
you just
it.
kept going.
Yeah. And yeah, I know I run up to it. Bang. Oh, bang. Oh, bang. Oh. And then run away.
So are you still standing with 8 hit
I am
points
still
down?
standing.
Okay.
I am still standing.
All right.
Limping at the very least.
Yes.
I am limping. Yeah.
The steel door remains unimpressed.
I'll get my pitchfork in one hand and my javelin in the other. And using those two, I'm going to try and climb the frame along the side of the door. So hopefully I can climb up next to the lock and the doorknob.
Okay, so it's in a bronze frame. You doubt your
Oh,
pitchfork
no.
will stick to
Yeah,
that, but
that's
just
not-
outside of it is wood. So you won't be really close to it, but you'll be close to it if you want to try that.
Yeah,
Or you can try to hook the doorknob and just climb up to that level.
We can always try and throw a rope at it again.
Well, let's do what we did earlier. I'll tie the rope to my pitchfork, and I'll try and throw the pitchfork over the doorknob.
Okay.
And
Go
we'll
for
try
it. Just make me a missile attack, AC 10.
Yeah, that should be fine. Dirty 20.
Yeah, not a problem. Perfect throw. It wraps around. You've got a nice, stable, strong rope. Who's climbing up there?
We'll all get up there.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll climb.
Okay.
With your broken foot.
So you're looking at the lock. And it's definitely a lock you think you can pick, although it does look a little complicated. The problem is your lock picks are now the size of you, meaning they're useless.
Right.
You need something to work the mechanism with.
I do have a
The
javelin.
lockpick.
I do have a
Javelin?
javelin, which would probably be like larger and more like a lockpick at this size.
That's fine. You can go ahead and try and pick the lock there. DC is going to be a little harder because of you using improper tools, but there you go.
Could I try
pick
and
locks?
could I help
It looks-
pop up after him to try and like help hold him? Like, because I know usually when you're lockpicking, you need
you can
like
be
two
you
hands.
you can get up underneath him so that he can stand on your shoulders and be a more stable platform. I'll reduce the DC for that.
Okay.
Then I will add my bonuses as the table suggests for lock picking.
Mhm.
And I get a whopping 8.
So
Do you have any
need
fleeting luck?
you need a 10 if you want to.
I do
spend
have
some luck.
3.
Okay.
So
If
I'll
you-
go ahead and blow 2 of my fleeting luck.
All right.
Just remember that you get to roll a 1d3 for it. For every
Yes.
point.
Oh, I do.
So yeah, spend
Gotcha.
you can so you can spend a luck and then roll the D3.
Yeah, let's spend 1 luck and roll a D3. Let's hope for a 2 or a 3.
Yep.
Nice.
Not a problem.
There we go.
So yeah, you feel the tumblers click into place, and your weight on the doorknob is actually enough to to turn it now that it's not no longer locked, and it swings open on very oiled, very smooth hinges, revealing 3-2. There's a windowless chamber. You guys are on the 3rd floor now. There are strange depressions visible in the tiled floor, each the size of a large round shield, nearly 3 inches deep, to your point of view. There's a work table with alembics, crucibles, glass tubing, and other esoteric objects running against the southeast corner of the room. There's also a brick chimney that's lacking a hearth that protrudes from the east wall. And there's a minute steel door standing only 6 feet high to your scale, set into the chimney at ground level. So it's like a little door in this otherwise closed up chimney. There's also a
sized door.
There's also a stuffed dust-coated alligator hanging from the ceiling, suspended by ropes moored to the west wall.
What?
There's also a row of tiny, of little white bottles, sized for miniature hands, that rest against a blanket on the dusty shelf. And then standing motionless inside the room is a bronze giant. The humanoid figure appears fashioned from brazen plates and gears, his eyes glowing a pale blue in the gloom.
Oh no.
Nuts and bolts.
I want to fire a detect magic at the those little vials. See if I can tell what they are.
Okay. At this point, no one's entered the room, mind you. The door is just open, and 2 of you are dangling from that rope. Actually, Jarlin, to cast, you're going to need to come down off the rope. You need your hands.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
So,
okay.
We need that pitchfork.
Am I able to hit it from the outside of the room?
10, 20.
What's
your range? It's like 20 feet.
I want to say it's 30.
That'd be 30 inches.
Yeah, 30 is only 3 inches. You're not going to have range.
30 or more.
Or 30
I
inches,
guess
I should say. If it says line of sight, then you can definitely do it regardless.
Okay.
I believe it is.
I think it changes based on how well I roll.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. Let's see what happens on the result.
Okay. Let's do that.
Yikes.
It fails.
Yeah,
I can't lose that one,
luck?
but it just fails.
Do you want to spend enough luck to make it a success or no?
I guess I didn't use my fleeting luck correctly the last time because I just said I used 7.
And you've got
but
the cool idea
didn't roll
chip
them.
too.
Well, you don't roll. The only thief character classes do the rolling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How did that? I don't know how much that chip did.
So the D3?
Yeah, it's a D3. So you can turn the chip in, and that you can apply that immediately to the roll.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Well, okay, let me see first if I'd have to step in. I'd have to dump a lot into this to
make it
without
worthwhile.
stepping in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
So
worth
I
it?
think I'll hold off on that.
Okay, fair enough. What are the rest of you doing? So, Eddie, your character Rawl is still dangling at the top of the string. Everyone else is just right outside.
You said
Door-
there was
I'm just kicking my legs and watching what's going on from up on the rope.
Get back down so I can have my pitchfork back.
Fine. And I'll slide down the rope and just go, ow, 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 every time I have to kind of slow myself down with my feet.
What's everybody so nervous about? What's the point of opening this door if we're not going to step in?
I just want my pitchforks, and I'm going in and drinking one of them damn bottles.
like my rope back. It's been a rope to me.
Like to not get stepped on by Metalloid up there.
I'll foolishly walk in. I'm sure
You
it
foolishly log in. Okay, well, your foolishly walking in activates the brass golem. The creaks into motion. It's initiative.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Even for those of us outside the door still.
Yeah, because you at least need to know where you're going to go in the action sequence. So let me clear it. Give me a second. All right, you guys should be able to click on the things now.
Pretty damn low.
Nice.
Okay.
God,
well,
I roll so
so
terrible for initiative.
it started moving just as soon as Montgomery entered the room. You guys all see this from standing outside the door. So it looks like Chuck,
How
you're
far
first.
away are those little bottles from me?
Phew.
So that's a distance, right?
It is a distance, right? Especially at your scale.
Okay. I want to run into the room
Sure.
with my javelin. And I want to run underneath that table full of all of like the scientific stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I reach that far?
If you use a full action to
Yeah.
move, yes,
Yeah.
you can hit it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep,
So you're
that's-
under the table.
That's what I do.
Jake, your character's up next.
I will do the same, except I'll stand right behind Courage.
All right, full move, run in. Jeremy, you strode boldly into the room, and this creature seemed to notice you and is coming in your direction. What do you want to
Well,
do?
nuts. So that you said there's like certain spots where it's like that, like it divots down.
Yeah, you see them in the graphic there. It's just above and below the figure in the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fairly long distance for you.
Okay, fair enough.
So remember, your move is now in inches, and each of these squares are feet. They're 10 feet squares. So.
Oh my. Okay, so I may not be able to do what my initial idea. My initial idea was to try and, like, since I already have its attention, to run in a direction that would make it walk over that thing and hope that it's clumsy and maybe it would trip
Nice.
from the divot in the floor.
Okay.
So if maybe I can't necessarily move far enough to get all the way there, but I'll be actively moving in that direction, hoping to make it
Come towards you. If
come
you do
towards me and maybe
full
trip.
move, you can get to that corner there, and if you just kind of wave your hands and try to make a spectacle of yourself, sure, I'll give you a chance to do that.
Come on over here, you rusty bastard.
All right, its turn. It will actually move towards you, seeing as you're making a big ruckus. So it stalks in your direction. Now it can move normally, so it'll get there. What I'm going to do is treat that corner as some cover. Okay.
Mhm.
But it moves far enough that it can come in with an attack, and it just comes down with a big bronze fist, and it tries to smash you with its
I'm gonna die.
mighty. Ooh,
How much does cover help you?
hold on a second. Did that even come through?
16.
Why does it say Eddie's character? I must have had Eddie's character selected when I rolled it. So 16. What is your normal AC?
Normal AC is 15.
It's 15. Okay.
Oh.
Then yeah, it's just going to miss you as it hits the edge, comes down, and shatters the edge of that table. Telling you that it's a lot of punch behind that fist. There's a lot of strength behind it. That's its turn. Going to Daniel's character. What's Steve going to do? What is average Steve going to do in this non-average moment?
Oh God. Where did you say the little bottles were? Because I feel like that's what we need.
On that table, but you can't make it that far. You basically can make it one square in, so you can hit the edge of that table.
Okay. Did we get the rope and stuff down?
Yes. I'm going to say that he had said that right before Jeremy's character walked into the room, so we'll say that you do have it.
I guess I'll probably go ahead and bring the rope over so we can attempt another climbing adventure here.
All right. Well, if you want to stop and gather the rope and move, you're not going to be able to make it to the table. That is a significant distance for you. So I'm going to say you're just short of the table.
All right.
But you got the rope. Joe, you're up.
All right. I want to try and cast Magic Shield on Jeremy. I
Yeah.
think he'll need it.
What's your distance on that?
And then that is touch.
You're nowhere near Jeremy. Yeah.
Air high
Yeah,
five.
probably won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
So never mind. I'm just gonna run underneath the table like everyone else did and start making my way towards those vials. I want to see what they do.
Now you could run to Jeremy since he started off basically right at the front door, but you would not have an action afterwards. So you could get right up to him, but not be able to cast. So up to you.
Yeah. I pretty much would get one shot by that thing, I'm pretty sure. So,
I mean,
I don't
Under the
know.
table.
I think any of us would probably much get one shot by him.
Probably.
Maybe. So Eddie, you're last. You're still dangling on the string. Actually, no, you're not.
We pulled the rope down, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So you're outside the door.
I'm gonna try and do what I always do. I'm gonna try and sneak silently if I can.
Okay.
And kind of hug the edge of the wall to start making my way towards the table.
Right. Yeah. And you move slower when you're hiding, but go ahead and make the roll.
All right. 7 again.
Well, you always think you're doing well. There's actually a spotlight on him as he's moving along the wall.
I do want to point out that while I am sneaking around and trying to make my way to the table, I'm still holding my javelin.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna do is, as I move through this room, I'm gonna basically hold it directly up and down and kind of crouch a little bit, because I've seen this thing walk around and it's real big. And if it decides to step on me, I want something pointing up above me.
Yeah, fair enough. So next round, go ahead and initiate, guys. I've already restarted the combat tracker.
My dice are being unkind for the rest
It
of
looks
the night.
like
Me too.
Jeremy's character, Mr. Montgomery, is up again. So this thing is hovering above you. It's just kind of double smash both its fists, and you can hear the clockwork gears in it as it rights itself, coming ready to come down with another smash.
Okay.
Another few blows like that, and it's going to disintegrate your cover, though.
Okay. Since it does kind of have the clockwork thing going on, did it shatter any pieces of wood nearby or anything of that nature?
It is a stone bench, so yeah, there's hunks of rock laying next to you.
I think what would be fun, not necessarily smart, but what would be fun is to take one of those chunks of rock. I'm going to try and time it just right to kind of leap out. And I want to like shove, basically my attack for the deed will be trying to shove the rock into its gears, hoping that'll make a gear like on its ankle bust so that it'll fall down.
Okay. That sounds like a perfectly nice use of a deed. Go for it.
I'll use my sword attack. We can change the damage if we need to.
No, it's all scaled to, you can go ahead and, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's mostly getting the deed off. You're not going to really do much damage here anyway. Yeah, you're going to miss completely unless you want to use some luck on that.
I'm willing. How much luck do I need to spend?
A lot. AC 15.
I mean, the deed still wouldn't go off.
Yeah, the deed wouldn't go off though.
I think.
Well, I mean, I want to at least hit it. And I have so much fleeting luck right now.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you want to make it a hit and spend that much luck, go right ahead. You need a 15 to hit.
Okay. Well, then.
You should probably spend it before I blow it for us all on my next move anyways.
Yep. Okay. So I still have some fleeting luck left. Fortunately, I had a lot to begin. So yeah, I'll do a whopping 6 points of damage to him.
Okay. That chunk of rock, while not hitting any special gears, does completely just kind of cave in. It makes a big divot in the side that you hit it on. Now, if you were full scale, that would have been a massive hit. And unfortunately, while it did do it some damage and caved in its skin a little bit, it doesn't look like it did overly much past that. But you did do damage.
Dink.
Yep. It goes next, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Fortunately for you, I just noticed that it has a minus on its attack roll if it's trying to hit a small PC. You're a harder target to hit. So let's go ahead and do this.
Asking that, and I should have.
Boom! It misses. Yeah.
Montgomery's so dumb.
It's not a crit miss, but it is it's a miss. It completely misses.
Hit it to hit its own foot.
An awkwardly non-natural one.
Yeah. Jake, your character's up.
Jeez. Where are those white vials at?
Above you.
Okie dokie. Well, I don't want it to be smashing those white vials, so I'm going to just take off in a sprint towards the first divot in that floor there.
Okay. Again, your movement's in inches, so you're going to get at the end of that first wall tile or floor tile, but that's fine. Daniel, you're up. What are you doing?
I was thinking what I might do, since I'm following behind everybody anyways, is try and tie off the rope on like an arrow and see if I can shoot an arrow up to the top and then use that to climb.
Absolutely. I won't even make you roll for the hit of the arrow. It does. You're just basically shooting straight up. And so you can climb that rope and get to the top this round. It'll take your full action to both shoot and climb, but you're there. And we'll start the next in a moment. Chuck, is there somebody on stream after us? I know that we're like a couple of minutes over.
No, we're all here tonight,
okay.
So we can go a few late.
All right, so let's go ahead and restart the combat tracker. Go ahead and everybody initiate. Okay, so Lee, you can finish your run and you'll be right at the edge of the divot on the ground if you want to do that.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, there you go. So that's where you are.
Looking into this divot, is it just a hole in the ground?
Well, it's kind of bowl shaped and it's got a flat area underneath. I mean, if you were normal sized, it would be maybe 6 inches deep. Your size, this is a fairly large, like almost amphitheater like thing you're walking down to hit the bottom. But yeah, it's just kind of a bowl shaped depression in the floor. So you get to the bottom of it.
Neat.
Okay, that is Jake's character. So Chuck, what is Kurg going to do?
I know that Steve is up on the rope still, so I can't climb up because he'll be blocking my way. So I'm just gonna climb up one of the legs of this table, see if I can get up there.
Sure, that's a little harder to do.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, make me a stamina check or strength. Actually, you can do strength.
I'll do strength. That's natural 20.
Ooh, not a problem. You shimmy up. Next action, you'll be at the top.
Nice.
So you basically get your hand right on the edge, and you can pull yourself over next round.
Very cool.
It goes next. It's got 2 targets now, but one of them damaged it. So it's going to try and smash poor Mr. Montgomery again. What's your AC?
15.
It just misses. Just misses. That was a close one, though. You actually had to kind of lean back a little as it, again, double fist down, smashes the concrete around you.
I'm imagining when it hits the ground with its fist, like you're popped up 2 or 3 inches in the air.
Yeah, the ground shakes
down.
a little bit. Daniel, we're back to you. What is Steve doing? You're at the top.
To get to the little vials at this point? Or?
Yes. So there's a low shelf that holds 10 white vials. These vials are miniature size, like size for you.
Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll grab one and probably die first as I drink.
You're gonna drink it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll get back to what happens because it takes a full round to take effect. You pop the cork and you down it. Joe, you're next. You're muted, Joe.
You're muted, Joe.
There we go. I'm going to climb that rope after him and get up and take a look at these files.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for the rope?
You're climbing the rope. No, the rope is a good stable platform. So yeah, you can climb it just fine, but it will take your action to get up there. So you won't be able to do anything else other than get up there this round. Okay.
Okay. Am I like over at the vials?
Yes, you'll end up being right next to it.
Okay. Cool.
Eddie, you're next. And you also see Steve chugging down one of the ones that are kind of sized for your size. There's also a set of black ones that are not sized for you that are normal size that are there as well. So Eddie, we're up to you.
I will do the same thing as Joe. I'm going to go up the rope and be up there alongside the other 2.
Jeremy, you're in Mortal Kombat with a giant golem in front of you. Behind you, you do notice that Lee has dropped into one of those little depressions.
Wonderful. Well, it just smashed down onto the ground right next to me. So I figured the best thing to do is kind of copy like a God of War QuickTime event and jump to the arm that just smashed down and try and jam into the gears, hoping to disable its arm with my deed die.
I would like
for
you
it.
to Shadow of the Colossus kill this thing.
This is just ridiculous.
Like you start running up the arm.
Oh, the deed die goes off.
Oh, pops the
gosh.
D die. Okay.
And even hits AC 18.
Yeah, it does hit. It needed a 15. So you do a bit more damage. You actually completely just smash in one of these bronze panels on the outside, which exposes the clock gear, and you're able to kind of shift that rock. And instead of just bringing it back for another strike, you shove it into the mechanism. And so your deed was to try and make it seize up and trip. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So what I'm going to say is that it actually freezes that leg. And so it kind of, as it moves, it kind of wobbles around a little bit and falls down so that it's on its hands and knees. So down, not quite at your level. It's still taller than you, but it's down closer to you there. Would count as prone, by the way.
I've got you now.
All right.
So stupid.
Just this tiny little man over there screaming at the top of his lungs like, ha, palpable hit.
It's perfect that it's not a living thing. So
Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
He doesn't even need us.
It is.
Let's go
perfect.
ahead. We're new initiative. This should be the last round. Let's see what happens here.
If I become full size, I might just watch. At this point,
God,
All this
I'm
thing's got to
rolling
do is
so
hit
bad
me
on
once
these.
and I'm dead.
I haven't rolled over like a 7, I think, this whole initiative. So.
Chuck, you start. You're at the top of the table. Again, you're faced with this row of black vials that are normal size and this row of white vials.
I am going to run over and grab one of the white vials and down it.
Okay. Yeah, you do see that Steve is sitting there with an empty white vial, eyes wide, waiting to see what's going to happen to him.
Yeah.
Jeremy, the thing's down on hands and knees in front of you. That big head of it is, it's just a little bit out of reach, but it's right there.
Oh, perfect. Well, then, like, if it's on its hands and knees, like at that point, you should just like hop up onto the forearm and try and, with the deed, go for the eyes.
Yes. Go for it.
This is so stupid.
This is so glorious.
This is
Like I
wonderful.
said, I don't even want to help him fight this thing. I don't think.
I just want to
Sorry.
watch. Yeah.
Oh God.
It didn't register. So let's scroll
We'll
back
take
up
the
to
first one.
Your
The
first
first one's
one.
nice. Hits
19-3.
an 19. You get your deed. You do 8 more points of damage to it. At this point, some of the mechanisms are breaking off. Springs are popping all over the place. You jam a piece of rock right into its visor, and those red lights just smash. It's now blind, prone, and down a lot of hit points.
Actually, all of those were good dice rolls. That's the sad thing. All of
Yeah.
them were good.
I
Eddie,
know.
You're up. You're on the table. 2 of your friends have grabbed these white potions.
Yeah. Why not? Just giggling and screaming like always. I'm going to pick one up and start downing it. Glug,
So I will
glug.
note there were only 5 potions. So you grab one. You down it as well?
Oh, that's not
Oh,
enough
yeah.
for everyone.
All right. So it goes. It is going to kind of blindly try to smash you with its hands. It's not even going to try and get up. So it's at huge minuses. It's very doubtful that it's going to hit you. Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance. It's just flailing around, breaking up this very nice flooring in here, which is a pity.
And
That flooring might
Joe's
be
gonna
worth
have to
something.
Fix this too.
Jake,
Nobody's going to believe me when I tell the story at the bar.
I'm gonna climb out of the hole on the other side so I can see about what's in the other hole.
okay.
I'll look back over my shoulder and I'll see that the thing has collapsed to the ground with Montgomery taking
Yes.
chunks out of it. I'll be like, what the?
He's got this.
All right. So you're going to go to the other little depression that's in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me just a second here. I'm sorry. There are 10 white vials, so you're not limited. There are 10 of each. Yeah.
That was about to be quite sad for someone.
Hey, I got mine
I
down.
would have been
That's
okay
what
staying
counts.
tiny for the rest of this game.
I was going to say, but we could have a pocket Montgomery.
Montgomery.
You know what?
Deploy the Montgomery.
We're gonna have you just stand on an arrow and I'll shoot it at people, and then you just go at them.
Guide the arrow.
Yeah.
Imagine giving him one of the big potions to shrink him. Then you give him one of the tiny ones, have him sneak in somewhere, or just like put him in someone's pocket. Because I'm a pickpocket. So I would think it's the same check to slip something in their pocket than to take it out. And then all of a sudden in the middle of combat, a full-sized Montgomery pops out of their pocket and just beats the living crap out of them.
So, Jake, you make it to the second depression. It looks the same as before. There's nothing in the bottom of it, but you go down and check it out just to make sure. Now we come to Daniel. So, Daniel, you start feeling very ill. You start shaking. You feel like you want to vomit.
Can I yell at him?
Not until your turn. Yeah.
I didn't hear quite what she said all there.
So you start feeling a little nauseous. The room starts spinning, and you start growing.
If possible, I want to try and move away.
So as you're growing, matter around you starts being sucked into you to make up the extra mass. Fortunately, it's not your original matter. It's pieces of wood, it's concrete tabletop, it's pieces of glass, it's all this apparatus around you. So you're growing, and all this stuff is being pumped into you to give you this extra mass as you're getting larger and larger. Okay, roll a d4 for me.
Oh, what a load of crap this is. We needed to drink these down there where our group was. Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Take 2 points off your stamina. Yep. So not normal matter is being used to replace the matter of your growth, and so it's causing you to be a little weaker now. So you're down 2 stamina now.
Is that permanent or temporary?
It's temporary.
Okay.
Yeah, until when you are able to assimilate things, get a few good night's sleep, it'll come back. So it's temporary.
Okay.
It's not a permanent thing. But you guys see this, like there's
You'll
huge
eventually
chunks.
replace those cells.
Yeah, so there's huge chunks of this counter that's just been sucked into him, like it's like just an implosion. And then there's a full-sized Steve sitting on the end of the counter, looking very sick, probably vomiting his guts out.
Yes.
So that was
Stony Steve.
So that was Steve. Who's next? Joe. Yep. You're up there. You didn't drink. You wanted to come up and check out the vials first, but you just saw what happened to Steve after he drank the white one.
I think I was able to successfully deduce what they do. I want to take. I'm just going to take a bunch of them, all of the other ones that haven't been drank yet, so I can bring them down to the other people.
Okay, so you're going to grab the remainder of the white vials, the ones that are your sized.
Yes.
Okay.
Or the remainder of the white vials.
Sure.
And then yell to not continue drinking them to anybody else. But I think everybody
people have chugged. Yeah. So we'll find out what happens to them next round. Go ahead.
I'll start going to climb down too.
Okay. So all right. You'll do that next round. So you're collecting all the rest of the vials.
Yep.
The ones that are your size. Chuck, you look well. Let's see. Got 2 more people. Daniel and Joe need to roll. Chuck, same thing happens to you. You down that potion. You feel incredibly sick. And again, it's just implosion as the matter around you is sucked into your body to make up the difference. Roll a d4. Mm-hmm. And you're down that much temporary stamina.
3.
Yeah, that hurts you a lot.
Yeah.
Jeremy, your foe is damaged. It's blind. It's prone.
Okay.
There are springs and gears popping out of its body.
I think at this point, if like the visor is ripped, I think it's just like he's crawling into its face.
I like it. Oh, yeah.
Just going deeper and deeper, trying to find whatever the central thing is inside of his head.
Sure.
I'm going to try and, whether that's a stun or whatever.
I tell you what, go ahead and roll your deed die, but don't roll to hit. You just crawl up inside there and start wrecking havoc. So roll your deed die and roll your damage.
How do I roll deed die by?
You might just have to do it manually.
Just a D3.
Okay.
Unless It's higher for some reason.
Or you can go ahead and roll for attack and just take the information from the line. Is fine with me too.
Can you use luck on a deed roll?
No.
Okay. So I got a 2 on my deed roll.
Okay. So the D doesn't go off, but what was your total damage? So 2 points of damage from the D die. And you destroy it. You dive in, you start pulling out gears. You don't know what finally causes it to stop moving. But by the end of your little tirade, it just kind of crumples to the floor and you pull yourself out of its ass. You just went right through it. Helmet to ass, popped out the other end.
All I know is I'm keeping whatever random piece I can hold on to.
Yes.
Keep that as a trinket for some other time.
You pop out the rear end with its sphincter bolt.
Maybe I'll use that as a club when we come back to full size. I want to beat people to death with a sphincter bolt.
All right. So we're out of combat as the foe is down. So the rest of you, who else drank? Anyone else?
I did, and I think Chuck did, didn't you?
I already got
already
mine.
rolled.
I think it was just
I'm big.
yeah. So it was just Dan, Chuck, and I think.
Right. So go ahead and roll a D4, and you're down that much stamina. Not bad for you. Yeah. So
All
again,
right.
this countertop is just absolutely demolished. Actually, you know what? Since so many people did this, make me a luck check.
Is that everyone who was up there?
No, just Eddie, since his was the last one with the implosions.
Is there enough counter left?
Just over.
So what happens is those black vials get incorporated into Eddie as he grows. So they're gone.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh.
Can I spend a fleeting luck on that? I don't know how that works with that one.
Yeah, you can't
Gotcha.
you can't do
That's
that on
a
luck checks.
Fleeting luck modifier luck check.
No, it does not.
I didn't think so. Okay, fair enough.
All right. So there we go. We're over time, so we'll end the session there with some of you back to normal size, although sick. Joe's got the rest of the potions, and his character Jarlin kind of has an idea what to do with them now.
I'm glad I grabbed them before they got assimilated into Eddie.
Hey, since I assimilated those black vials, what exactly am I vomiting?
Just goo, pieces of wood, plaster.
Like, if I vomit up what was in those black vials, is anything in the room growing?
You know?
It all gets converted as matter, so it doesn't have an effect anymore.
Dang it, I was hoping Montgomery would be on the floor
triumphantly
just getting hosed with vomit.
But Montgomery triumphantly pulls himself out beneath the still form of the bronze golem, holding this huge nut in his hand.
As a shower of vomit rains down over his victim. Yeah.
You got the golem's nuts.
There we go. Yeah,
I don't know that you could ask for anything more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, guys, we'll call it there this time. One more session, we'll finish off this module. Plus, there'll probably be a little bit of time left over that we might even be able to do another downtime and some experience
Nice.
kind of midway through our next session. So, Chuck, anything you want to plug there? What's going on?
You can always find me twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold. Come by this Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central. We're doing some Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Oh, actually, retconning that, I think we're doing a makeup session tomorrow night, so that's Sunday night at 9 p.m. Because my internet was dumb and we weren't able to stream Shadowrun last night, so we're doing that tomorrow. Wednesday, Pathfinder. Friday, more Shadowrun. Next Saturday, we're going to be doing a 5th Ed edition at 1 p.m. So yeah,
Wow.
That's what Defenders have for the week.
Lots of stuff going on. Plenty of things to watch there. Jeremy, what do you got going on?
I'm hanging out with you guys.
Always.
We'll see a Pathfinder next Wednesday.
Okay. Eddie, you got anything?
No, I'll just be hanging out and chatting some of those nights and I don't know, trying to cause mayhem.
Always a worthy endeavor. Hey, Jake, what do you got going on?
Well, I do have a message from our sponsor for the episode. Our good buddy Francesca Cortesa has the holiday season got your kids acting a little more out of hand than normal? Are unruly boys and girls threatening your family's lust for eggnog and ham? Then give those youngsters a taste of December's dark side with Freaky Fran's Krampus Call. Sister Francesca Cortesa is an occult mistress of forces chaotic and profane, and she's lending her experience to you with the only animal call guaranteed to summon an ear-hungry goat demon to scare the crap out of your youngest family members. That's Freaky Fran's Krampus call. One way or another, those kids will stop bothering you.
Nice.
Nice.
Dan, you got anything going on?
Well, after that, I don't know. I might be doing some shopping.
There you go. It's a 1-800 number, right? Yeah. Eddie, how about, I'm sorry, we already got Eddie. Joe, got anything going on?
Just the game tomorrow night, the game Friday night, and at some point I'll be scheduling another play test for my RPG. I'm not sure if I'll get to it before my trip for Christmas, but probably pretty soon after Christmas we'll be doing another play test.
Awesome. And I'm at twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. We stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Tuesday is usually first edition Dungeons and Dragons. We're playing through Temple of Elemental Evil. Friday is BX Dungeons and Dragons, playing through Castle Amber X2 right now. Sunday, I think we're doing Gamma World second edition. It's always an iffy one. That's like a once a month game. And through the holidays, hopefully I'm going to have a lot more stuff on the stream. So check it out, twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. And the podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. There's over a decade worth of fun games in there. Thanks for watching, guys. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Thanks for watching.